Once again, I'm in the little town of Meigs. I have never seen this happen before in my life. They just removed the mayor from different banking accounts. I witnessed during the last council meeting that issue was tabled, yet today they say she is removed. I just don't know what's going on here. It seems strange to me that the governor of the state of Georgia, the Secretary of State, Brian P. Kemp, and the Georgia Attorney General, Sam Olsen, should come in to these small towns where they have asked for audits and nothing are being done to put an end to all of this confusion in the state of Georgia. Now, I'm called a lot of names, but in my humble opinion, the people should appreciate what I'm doing. I do not cause controversy. What I do is try to follow the law and for our government to be respected, not only here in Meigs, Thomas County, the state of Georgia,
I don't know if he took one,
and in the United States of America. But we do need some level of attention from some civil rights organization. I cannot understand, to save my life, how a elected mayor by the voters of Meigs can go through this without the national and state, along with the local NAACP, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, President Steele, and others, the Urban League, the Congressional Black Caucus, the Congress. Somebody must intervene. This is the way that it is. My name is George Boston Rhines. I am a retired military veteran. I was just questioned on YouTube in terms of my DD form. Well, I ain't gonna even mention it. If I retired from the military, I do not have to provide that for anybody, because the truth is what the truth is. Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press, and I'm George Boston Rhines.
The only way they really did.
And it looks as if, though, this is the mayor's office, and they seem to be.
This is the only place they get right now.
And they are changing the law. Go ahead, brother. Tim, what you? Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, they won't let her in the other offices. They throw her out over there.
Right.
They put her in this place office over here. Now they're changing the locks on it. Now where she can't get in there.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Now they canceled the meeting tonight.
Yeah.
At the last minute. And
have you ever seen anything like this before, man?
I never. You know they arrested the mayor, though.
Yeah, I heard about that.
For that disorderly conduct.
Yeah. What did she do, you know?
I don't know, but you know, disorderly conduct might be
anything. That's right. Anything.
It's a catch-22.
Right.
You know, unless you start cussing somebody or threatening, you know, violence or something, that's different. But Linda ain't done nothing. Linda did not do nothing.
Why are you rating the state officials, like the Secretary of State and the Attorney General and the Governor? I mean, they got the same problems in Gordon, Georgia.
I don't know why we can't get no help. I tell you, I ain't never
seen nothing like this before.
Mr. Willie Charles, how you doing?
Yeah, he doing his job.
Don't take it personal, bro. We you know, we
how
understand.
You doing, Mr. Willie Charles?
Right, I'm doing my job.
We know, we got you.
I hope you find a better one, because you're a better man than this. You're a good guy. And you need to do that. You need to show you're a good man. You're much better than this, Mr. Willie Charles. Much better. I know it, but he's still a better man.
And we can't, Governor Nathan Deal, Secretary of State Brian P. Kemp, Attorney General Sam Olens, I just can't understand. Nobody in the state of Georgia will come down, and what are they waiting? Are they waiting for people to get violent? It seems like that might be what they're waiting on.
I don't know what they're waiting on either.
What do you think about this? You ever seen this before? What do you think about this?
I've never seen this in my life.
But what do you think about the mayor being arrested?
I'm shocked. I'm appalled. I'm embarrassed for Meigs. I love this place. I mean, this is a good place, and the people here are good.
But had you ever seen this before?
Never.
Never.
Never. And I've lived in the city majority of my life, and I still haven't seen it. Still haven't seen it. I'm very embarrassed for me. I'm embarrassed at the personnel, the people, and how they're putting people in bad positions.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press, and I'm still in Meigs. What's your name?
Margaret Nycroft.
I was here talking to you. Michael Jenkins was telling me about you. And so what do you have to say about the situation? Because all we hear in Valdosta is the fact that she put voodoo, she believe in voodoo, she put salt down. Will you tell us something about this?
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in that.
And what do you think about Linda? How do you feel?
I feel like they treat her wrong.
Mm-hmm. Why do you feel they treating her wrong?
They one the other one was the mayor like they doing her.
Mm-hmm.
Let her take her turn. That's just the way I feel about it.
Okay. You seem a little upset about it too, don't you?
It's wrong.
Yeah. How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 74. This coming Friday, I'll be 75 years old.
And have you ever seen anything? I'm hearing on the street, people saying they never seen this before. To treat a mayor like this, that they never seen it. So you are saying the same thing?
I'm saying the same thing. I never have seen this happen before.
Mm-hmm. So
I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think
Why they doing it?
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Mm-hmm. I heard there's also some confusion in the police.
Somebody need to step up and need to put a stop.
I heard somebody say something earlier, a few minutes ago. They were talking about that you all voted this mayor in the office, and they won't give her the opportunity.
That's true.
I just heard that. And so, is that what you all saying the same thing? That she at least...
I'm saying it. I'm saying it. I'm saying it.
Okay. Anything else you want to say?
And I ain't been up there to no meeting or nothing like that, but how can this here white lady go up there and Linda the mayor, how can she hire somebody and fire somebody? What do she know? And she never have been up there for, I don't know what to do.
But you just never seen nothing like this before?
His law, what they doing to her.
Okay.
That's right.
All right, anybody else have anything to say? Okay, thank you very much. I want to thank you for your courage, Mother. A lot of people won't say nothing. We as black folk, if we don't say nothing, it won't be nothing. We're going to be back where we was years ago.
Say it going to be a meeting
Why
up there
did they fire the chief?
Well, that's something else I heard about. Somebody said something about firing the chief, the police. He was black?
Yeah.
Well, why did they got rid of him? Anybody know why they got rid of him?
I don't know.
But that's one of the shake-ups that you all don't...
They got another black police.
They done fired him.
They done fired him. Well, what is they doing? They want all white already.
No, you don't mean a new... We passed that, ain't we?
We thought so.
So you all voted the mayor in.
I voted. I went up there and voted her in. And God knows it need to be so she can stay in until the real make time for voting. And see who get the most votes.
Well, I heard somebody said that she can't even go to her office or something without going around another way or something. Y'all heard that? Huh?
They got her locked out.
Can't
go in.
How can you have the man locked out?
She locked out. Locked out. She can't go in.
How can you have that done?
Well, I don't know. I'm hoping that I'm going to interview her in a few minutes, and maybe she can tell me a little bit more. And I'll make sure that you all get a copy of this, because it's just time out for this. What we see on TV is the fact all about voodoo. They talking about voodoo and...
I don't believe in that.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't even believe she believe in nothing like that.
But that's what another lady said a few minutes ago.
She must be the one who's saying that what Linda doing. They must be believing in something like that. They must be doing that.
Okay. All right. And once again, what's your name?
Margaret Louise Mycroft.
Well, I sure thank you for being courageous. And I'm going to say this before I close this out. I'm noticing that it's mostly women that's standing up. Most of the men folks, now the black men, they ain't saying nothing. It seems like without you women, we wouldn't have nothing in our community.
They said, the woman said she's scared of the black. Well, what the men scared of did? They must be scared of the white. I ain't scared. Because I know I got to leave him one day, but I get up and I speak my piece.
All right. Well, we thank you so much. I just thought I'd put that out there because I want to commend you black women. The black men, they won't talk, for the most part. Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press. George Boss, Ryan Valdosta, Georgia, doing what we do. But hold on, the mayor coming up after one.
And like that,
Was it me?
I'm not gonna say, I'm not calling no name. What
If I
I think,
confess, will you hurry up and get that?
I'm asking you and the councilman, if y'all all submit to a drug test.
I ain't got no problem.
Amen. I'll go first.
I ain't got no problem.
I think that would be in your best interest. And I can't understand what the big deal is about the Open Records Act. Everybody I talk to says, Jimmy, says they can go in our office and ask for what they want, and we'll give them a table and room where they can sit down and look at it. So I don't, it's like you got something to hide. We just want to know what's going on.
You said you wanted a copy, Jimmy, and you got to pay for it. If you want a copy, you can get all the copies you want.
Yeah, they sent it, they have not answered me, they refused to answer.
It's too
Well,
much.
I'm telling you.
Y'all giving him the floor to talk, and we are interrupting and talking while the man's talking. If anything, we need to be professional and give him his time. He's having to break his time up by answering to our questions and stuff that we have going on. But
Well, you're breaking him up now, so hush.
well, I'm trying to get order.
Okay.
I didn't mean to step on somebody's toes, but facts are
You've been
facts.
stepped on many times, so hurry up.
I'm stepping on.
Okay.
You need to take hold to come in here and have a private meeting and then do something and not tell the citizens, just like a few minutes ago, have an executive meeting. Leave us out there an hour, no water, no gas, no bathrooms, all
You
that.
didn't have to stay. You could have went your butt
You
home.
didn't want me to.
Well, we
You
got
didn't want
to
me
be
to.
professional.
Tell the man.
Okay.
May I say something, Linda, before we sit down? If he's finished, is he finished?
I don't know. We need to let him.
Are you finished?
What?
Are you finished?
I guess I will be this time.
Okay, Chief.
I would like
Okay,
to be,
can I
No,
go
let me
first?
answer
I'd like to be on the
this
agenda
question
for the next meeting, please.
first. I got this, Chief. Mr. Lake.
Well, you need to stand here and listen.
Well, you can sit down.
I'm
You don't
not
have to.
required
Okay,
to.
done.
You can't make me. I don't want to hear none of that because I got it on the paper. Mr. Albany Herald man wrote all this. Anybody can look it up.
That's not fair.
Okay, come.
Madam Mayor,
Now,
what did you just say about sending this tape where?
to the Attorney General's office, Sam Owens, in Atlanta, because it clearly, my rights have clearly been violated according to the Open Records Act and the Open Meetings Act and the Sunshine Law.
Okay, so let me say this before I show the next videos. I'm gonna put this together. So what you're saying is that this is a special request to Georgia Attorney General, what's his name?
Sam Owens.
Are you an elected mayor of Meigs by the voters of the people?
Yes, I am.
Did you have a majority vote?
Yes, I did.
What has happened to you since you became mayor? Was stumbling blocks or impediments put before you?
Yes, I've struggled even before I decided to run for mayor. And also, ever since I was elected, I was sworn in, they tried to remove me by the previous administration. Okay.
Okay, no. One other thing. So what impact has it had on your family?
It has had a major impact on my family. My name has been scandalized, and I know that I'm a public official, and I know there are guidelines according to if you're a public official. There are some things that people are going to say. I have no problem with that. Where I have a problem at is when this form of government is a strong mayor, weak council form of government, and they've made a city manager divested my powers and vested them all in her when she's supposed to have the same qualifications as the mayor. The city manager is not a resident of the city of Meigs. She's not a registered voter in the city of Meigs. So that doesn't qualify her to take on the mayor's duties, according to our state charter.
Okay, on the other video that we recorded following the council meeting the other night, one of your brothers, I think his name Calvin, and another one I think told me his name was Edwards.
Yes.
And I think you received a trespass warning as well. Am I correct?
Yes.
Well, I have heard what the guy named Jimmy something or Layton. Jimmy Layton. He said that you had violated no law, and what was his position for this city of Meigs? What was his position?
He used to be our city chief, our police chief, and he also used to be the city manager. And when he was city manager, he was made move from Pelham, Georgia, because they said that you have to be, in order to be a city manager, you have to live in the city of Meigs and be a registered voter in the city of Meigs.
Okay, so to make things short for the Georgia Attorney General, what would you say is the most impediment here in Meigs, Georgia, in terms of what's standing in your way, or what person, or what group of people? Why did all this happen? Or what initiated it?
The reason this happened is they told me, the mayor pro tem told me, well, my duties are going to be taken because they didn't want me to do the same thing the previous mayor did, hiring and firing and overspending money. And he, whenever they made the city clerk, the city manager, divesting all my power, then she took over all the rights. And ever since then, she's befriended the council. One of the council members' husband is a supervisor of public works, and I think it's just a personal interest there, a conflict of interest. And the council is really, and I'm not sure if they voted for me, but I don't think they did. So this is the way that they're going to attack me. But one of the council members, Teal Kilpatrick, just told me that she don't like the way it's going. And she don't feel like I was warned or I've been notified in a timely manner, and that they're doing stuff that's not legally right according to our state charter.
When you first became mayor, did you have an office?
Yes, I did.
What happened to that office?
The city clerk, after being made city manager, well, actually she was city clerk at that time, she convinced the council and the city attorney that she was afraid of me. Assistant city clerk was afraid of me, and that I needed to be out of the office. And after that, my computer was taken. They threw me on the other side of the police station. My computer was taken. Then not too long after that, well, before that, the keys were taken. My keys to the city hall were taken. Then the office was taken. Then my computer was taken. I was put over on the other side. And now she decided that she wanted to take out a warrant on me. Actually, she didn't. The manager didn't do the warrant. She had the sergeant police to go down and take out a disorderly conduct warrant on me. And I asked them, on what grounds can the police take out a warrant on me for the city manager? I just don't understand that to this day. And they said that as long as he or she had witnesses, 2 or 3 witnesses, that they could do it. But the witnesses that they had on the paper were not around.
Okay. We have also heard it being said that there was a, how to put it, they say that you was around putting salt on a desk. You've answered that before.
Yes.
Just because the Attorney General may have read that in the papers, they gave that a lot of media attention. So would you explain for us once again, although we have it on other videos, about that salt ordeal? Because that's what, when they started talking about voodoo, this is what was in the South Georgia newspapers, as if though you were a devil worshiper or something like that, and when the citizens clearly stated that you were not. But what are your take on that?
Well, I was actually influenced by the assistant city clerk that the salt was to ward away evil spirits that might have been left in the office. And I mean, I was naive to that fact. I didn't know that it was considered voodoo. And so I took her upon it. She did it as well. I'm not the only one that was that put down the salt to get away, rid the evil spirits.
Okay. Well, we're going to close this out. I want you to know that I appreciate the interview. I appreciate what you're doing here, because we know how hard it was for blacks to even get the right to vote. And so I'm sure that there are people who respect you. I walk through the community. But in addition to that, I have given an opportunity to opposing views. I've asked them the other day, but they tried to make fun. So I want to be fair and balanced. And if your walk during the day find anybody that want to interview, I would definitely give them an interview as well, okay?
Okay.
And one other question, I want you to say this. How do you feel in the fact that as long as this has been going on since January, right?
Yes.
And no official in the state of Georgia have come up to your aid to assist you, what do you think about that? Do you feel good about that, or are you just still waiting for the law to take its course? What's your take on that as we close?
Yes, I just feel like my civil liberties have been violated on the local, state, and county level. Well, I can say that some of the officials, like Sheriff Powell, he's helped. I got some counsel from Senator Darlene Taylor, who used to be the senator, that said that what they're doing can't be done by ordinance nor resolution. I've spoken to former Senator John Bullock. He said the same thing Ms. Darlene Taylor said. And if they were representatives of the city and they're familiar with our state charter, that hasn't changed since 1976, I don't see how they can do all these things. I've read the charter. I read it last night. I've studied the charter. There are many violations. And as stated, I feel really, really violated. and I didn't really come in to go through this much agony, and it had really affected my health.
And this is my final question. I have been coming to Meg's after being asked to come here. But my question is, and I do want you to answer this as honestly as you can, because the last council meeting, I was overwhelmed. I was so happy to see WALB-TV here at your city council meeting. But all due respect, they did not stay until the end of the meeting, and so they missed most of it. So my direct question to you, how could it be in the state of Georgia that with the high profile as these cases, as your council meetings are, that the news media and radio and television stations are not here? How can you explain that to the people of Georgia and to the Attorney General and the FCC if that is applicable to your situation of Meg's?
Yes, I'm not understanding that. And you know, they all says that this is just a local intergovernmental mess. And it's such a big mess, and they consider it an independent city because of the chaos that we've had to go through for years and years now. And now that they've got a mayor that's willing to work with them and resolve the problems, now I get this flack and antagonistic behaviors from the council. They haven't listened to me. Ever since January, the manager has been coming against me, not telling the truth about what's going on in the office. And I don't want to defame anybody's character or slander anybody's name, but it is the truth, and I wish the council would get with the entire council, not have meetings one-on-one.
Oh, that's another question. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Let me ask you another question. We just watched, and we watched the same thing the other day, how some people get in groups over here and they be discussing. So it seemed like I have read the law, and it seemed like that there are meetings, because if you get one or more people, 2 or 3 or 4 people, isn't that considered what?
No, if you have 4, like across the street now at the city hall, it's considered a quorum, and that's illegal. That's when you're violating Open Meetings Act, as it was stated to me by Stuart Wilkerson up in Atlanta. That's when they get involved, when there's a violation in that respect.
What would happen if you walk over now and get into the people that were elected with you? What would happen, you think, if you went over there?
Well, actually, one of the council members just told me right before we went in that I called her last night and I went to ask questions. And as mayor, I'm supposed to be able to call the council members. It's stated in the charter. She told me that I was violating. I don't supposed to be calling her out. But if she's a council member, she's on the council with the mayor. I have that right. It's in the charter. If she don't want me to call her and communicate with her, then she needs to resign.
Another thing, on the other videos that I have, you and the sheriff went in the back room. What was you all discussing? Was it personal information the other day, or was they trying to work out something? Because what is it between you and the manager, or what have you? I mean, what was that all about? Well,
I was with the misconduct, with the disorderly conduct warrant that I was given and arrested for it. I'm the mayor. We had a council meeting, and I was told, being that I'm the mayor, I'm supposed to be there as well. The city council, the city manager stated that she had papers to give out, that she had to be there. And so they modified the bond so that I could be there. So the sheriff came back, he pulled me in the back to let me know that it had been modified and that I was to get a mediator if I had to address her with anything, that I had to get the mayor pro tem. I had to choose somebody, so I chose the mayor pro tem, but I didn't have anything that I needed to say to her. And she had to do the same thing.
With the intensity of what's going on here in this city, was it appropriate, or do you feel that your attorney should have been here, or do you all work around attorneys on certain incidents such as this?
Well, the city attorney, who is Tommy Coleman, I've only talked to him like twice, maybe. And at every council meeting, he sends his partner, Attorney Rawson, who I've never formally met. And I do believe that the mayor is supposed to hire that person. I've never met him. I've only seen him at the council meetings. And also, our city manager talks to the city attorney on a daily basis, running up our bill. Instead of talking to the council or talking to the mayor, the city manager chooses to call the city attorney.
Okay, do you have a cell phone number that you can give that's connected with the city, just in case the governor, Secretary of State, or the Attorney General would like to call you, or any other concerned civil rights movement, do you have any telephone number or email address that people may want to get aboard and try to straighten this city out? Any contact information, please give that, and I'm through.
I'm glad you asked me that question, and I was found by saying that I did have a phone up until today. I was told, and that was on the agenda, to take my phone, and that if I didn't give it to them, they would just disconnect it. So if they disconnect my phone, I don't have any way now of talking to any elected official or any superior. They've decided to make my office at the City Hall. They've decided to make it something like a big office for the policemen, I guess. But no, I can't get into the City Hall to access my website. I don't have any communication with anybody at this point.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just taking longer than I thought, but I got to ask you this. So you're telling me that are you still getting paid?
Well, we never got paid. This is a volunteer position.
You don't get paid?
The only people that get paid that's dealing with all this chaos are the employees over at the city.
Why don't you just quit and go home?
Well, I was elected by the people. I thought about resigning, but my support, the people that elected me, don't want me to resign. So I'm not a quitter.
So you're going through all this without any pay?
I'm going through all this without any pay.
And you can't get or haven't gotten any help from the state officials, and you don't even get paid? Girl, that's new to me.
No, we don't get paid. Our city officials do not get paid.
But there are people who say that you're doing it for the money.
No, that's another street gallery lie. I'm not doing it for the money. And it was also said by one of the city council members that I'm interested in getting paid. But I was told by other mayors that we should get paid.
You do not get paid in the state of Georgia, in a city, and you're the mayor with all this responsibility. You don't get paid.
I never heard that before.
Lord have mercy. I know that's going to be very shocking to the American people, but then again, what do I know? I'm just a 21-year-old retired military veteran. Had my own business for 14 years, and now I walk out here and trying to keep people informed and do what others will not. Look at Madam Mayor, thank you so much. Keep doing what you're doing, all I can tell you. But I think I would resign if I wouldn't get paid, but I was gone. She's reading from the agenda, and it calls for previous minutes needs to be signed. Let's see what happens on that. Now, there's this a dissension among these people. The lady that's holding the papers apparently does not like the mayor, according to the people in the community. Now, the minutes that is to be signed by the mayor, she takes them past them to the mayor pro tem because of whatever reason. I thought that the mayor pro tem operates in the absence of the president. I mean, not president, but the mayor. And so this is something that will have to be explained to me and perhaps the voters in the state of Georgia. Now let's continue. The mayor pro tem is signing the documents, yet the mayor is sitting right here. Beware that this is in the state of Georgia under the leadership of Governor Deal, Secretary of State Brian P. Kemp, and Attorney General Sam Olens. And people have been asking for help in many of these little small southern towns, and they haven't heard anything from any elected official when it comes down to trying to resolve these problems. Over and over again, we see this.
Because there were some things that I was opposed on.
So I don't think that would be logical for me to try.
Here again, the mayor was locked out. She didn't have access to go to her office, and she don't know what's going on. And the citizens are outraged. You can see this on Meg's playlist. I guarantee you've never seen nothing like it. But yet, it's in the state of Georgia. It's being done. And what's happening in Gordon, Georgia, and other cities, people think that it's just there. No, 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 no.
Okay, moving on, resolution adopting conduct during council meetings.
Now, conduct during council meetings. We must understand that just like in Gordon, Georgia, before Mayor Ann Whippaloo took office, according to what the people saying in the community, they were not allowed, and they didn't even have it on the agenda. This is why I requested copies of the open records, under the open records law, for copies of minutes to be provided for previous years, so we can check the minutes and see just how many citizens participated during these public meetings in Gordon, Georgia. And the same thing happened here. They say before this black female elected mayor came into office, nobody said anything, nobody could address their elected officials. You will see all of this, what I'm saying, on Meg's playlist. You don't have to take my word for it. I didn't write it, I just recorded it. And now she's asking about the citizens to have a right. Listen.
And I looked at that as well. And me, when I sat here in January and I said I was going to look out for the best interest of the citizens, we agreed that the citizens would have their voice to speak as taxpayers in our city.
Why should that even be a question in the state of Georgia? Why is it that throughout many Georgia cities, they make it so hard for the public to address their elected officials? Yet when tax time comes, you must pay your taxes. It just don't make sense. It just don't make sense. And for the leaders in Atlanta not to address the concerns that the citizens and the elected positions, in these elected positions, they won't respond to you, according to this mayor, Linda Harris.
And I still think they should have a freedom to speak about the city that they live in. And it says in the charter that all ordinances and resolutions, all documents are supposed to be signed by the mayor. I haven't signed any ordinance. So I'm saying, the ordinance was signed before. Okay, we'll discuss that at the workshop, because these are things that we need to discuss at the workshop. Can we table the resolution?
Once again, they table that.
Look, I think I'm in control of the meeting. I preside over the meeting. I preside over the meeting, and I have to alert whoever to take that person out. Excuse me, can we get order? If everybody can. I think I'm the mayor and I preside over the meeting, and I know when somebody's out of order. I think you need to be led by. Whenever they're in court, you know, they do stuff with decency and order. And in that case, everybody has to be escorted out because everybody clapped.
I'm sorry, excuse me, Madam Mayor, she was
warned once before. She was the only person that clapped one time, and she clapped again.
What's her name?
And I've instructed
What's her name?
that when they do that, well, that was, even that was brought to me without my knowledge. So, like I said, I'm gonna try, and I don't know if I even will be able to have that authority because they are gonna continue to have a city manager, and I'm not gonna have my power. So y'all do whatever you gotta do. Do we have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I second that.
Everybody in favor of closing, adjourning the meeting, let me know by the word aye. Okay, all unanimously carried. Meeting adjourned.
Hey, y'all look at this.
Well, we gotta look at that Monday, if y'all still gonna have a meeting Monday, if y'all.
This council person, this is not her first time referring to as black people as niggas.
Wait. Now you're talking this Councilman Stone.
Councilman
So what do
Stone.
you think about your council in particular? I mean, are they operating in a harmonious relationship? What's the deal on that?
I would say during a meeting, there's not a lot of argumentum between council members to say as such. But I will say that I do have council members that are, how do you want to put it, planning, constructing turmoil outside of the meeting, but asking citizens to come in, get on the agenda to create turmoil or just have an outburst during the meeting. And the reason I say that is because it seems to be the same few people that are actually, I say, have relationship with the certain council members, that every meeting or every other meeting or so come on the agenda with a concern, but during that concern they get disrespectful. I mean, I had one guy tell me, Mayor, your day is coming. To me, that's a threat. I had one to tell me, you're an idiot. A couple times, real loud.
Now this was after the meeting?
During the meeting. Stand up and walk and say, Mayor, you're an idiot.
Did you get control of the meeting, or did you have to have any type of law enforcement to assist you, or what happened with that?
At that point in time, my chief, at this point in time, did get up and follow the gentleman outside because he was walking out when he stated that, and took care of the situation at that point in time. The one time when I was told that your day is coming, I had a different chief on, and this chief did not do anything. I mean, there have been some crowd getting loud where most of the time I could regain control of the meeting. It's not been a point where we could not regain control. But I mean, just those outbursts that are seen to be constructed by some council members with the friends or associates that they have.
I already know we had problems in other cities. Now this is more of a reason why the governor and the Secretary of State and the Attorney General needs to be here, if not the federal government, because you're dealing with civil rights here. So what else happened other than this incident?
Well, she has made the comment, and people have heard her saying that she grew up calling black people niggas. So it's like, I would like to tell America to take off the blinders. I would like to tell Governor Deal and any of the people up there that we elected, they need to take the blinders off and come and see what's going on in their communities. Enough is enough, and that's it. We're not taking it anymore. I would like to tell America to take off the blinders. I would like to tell Governor Deal and any of the people up there that we elected, they need to take the blinders off and come and see what's going on in their communities. Enough is enough, and that's it. We're not taking it anymore. We're not going to take it sitting down.
Today is April the 1st, 2014. I'm George Boston Rhymes. I just left America's Georgia, Colonial Farms, and I decided to come to Dawson, Georgia, wherein the mayor, what's his name?
Christian.
Right.
Christian, right.
Chris, right. And while riding through town here, I found an individual, I think he lives next to the mayor, And will you tell me what happened on that night? Because it seemed as if though all we get down here in South Georgia is snippets and things of that nature when the night when the mayor was shot. What happened?
I cannot
First,
tell you.
What was your name, first of all?
Pastor Moreland.
Pastor? Oh, you're a pastor? Okay.
Pastor.
Okay. All right, what happened as far as you know?
As far as I know, this is what I heard.
Okay.
I'm laying in the bed.
Yes, sir.
I heard shot.
Yes, sir.
Pow, pow, pow. And I heard, ow. Then I heard, pow, pow, pow. That's 6 times.
Wow.
I get up, come out of the door. And my wife come out the door. Out the front of my house right there. And I walked out the front with my light shining around. Nothing. Went back in the house, got back in the bed. I was laying in the bed, then I heard somebody holler, help, help, help. The third one was low. I got up, again, I said, baby, somebody hollering for help. She said, sound like somebody hit the side. I said, no, that's somebody hollering for help. So I got my light and come back out the house. When I come out this time, I come out the front, went around the side of the house. The fence right there, I shine my light, I said, I know I heard something. Trying to get myself together. So I heard something. You have no little road. And so when I got around there, I kept shining. I saw something dark there on the ground. I had on dark clothes. And I said, hey, I said, who is that there? He said, this me. I said, who? He said, Chris. I said, Chris? I said, what the matter? He said, Rev, I've been shot 5 times. And that's what he said.
He said that then?
He said it then.
Okay.
And I was on this side of the fence, so I run around to that side of the fence where he was, and I kneel over him. So when I kneel over him, I turn him up. When I turn him up, blood was gushing out of him. From here, down, running down. And he I didn't want to get up. I told him, lay down, baby. That's what I told him. Then he said, Rev, he said, pray for me. I know what he said, pray for me. And God did what he said, pray for me. And I told him, I just lay here. Then my wife said, I guess she was dialing for the police. I don't know who called him now.
Right,
there was
right.
a bunch of people doing it. But other than that, for me seeing who it was, I don't know. The young man pulled up. He jumped out of the car and he run there. And he said, I said, the madam been shot. He said, where mama? See, I didn't realize what he was talking about when he said mama. So he ran in the house. Once he ran in the house, and that left me there. Then the ambulance came and they come around there and hubble over, and try to assist him and get him up. And once that was over with, we all got him up, but I helped pick him up and put him on the stretcher. And once that got stretched, they put him in. That was it. That was it.
Well, you mentioned the mother. How was the mother?
Well, I did go in the house. Okay. And when I went in the house, I seen the mother. She had a bra, nothing else, a bra, a pair of short pants. And she was like, been roughed up,
Roughed up?
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. It been roughed up. She, and then the police told me, said, well, we got to solve a case. I said, well, I'm a neighbor. I just kind of see what's going on. So I turned around and come on back out.
So it was a robbery then?
I couldn't.
You have no idea about that?
No.
No, you don't know as a burglar what?
No, I couldn't say about robbery. I couldn't
all
say
you witnessed what you've already said?
All I know is what I heard and what that's it.
What you said.
That's it.
Looking back on it, what do you think, do you think that anything that you know of, and I know you get what you said, what do you think maybe could have been done differently? Nothing was.
You don't see nothing. I couldn't comment on that.
You couldn't say nothing.
No, because all I go back to
what actually happened.
What actually happened. I know of. Anything else, who was here, who come over here, I couldn't hear nothing like that.
Well, one thing I would like to ask you, and then we'll be through with this, is that once did news media come over? Any news media come that night or look on anything? Or?
Some of it happened. I'm not sure who all come over that night.
What about the next day? Was you interviewed?
Well, I was interviewed, but they didn't ever show it.
Okay.
Over on Channel 10, I believe.
Okay, so you was interviewed, but it just never,
interviewed the way,
And you was
in my way.
Yeah, and you was here, and you actually saw what happened. But
I heard what happened.
I mean, you heard what happened, and you did see him on the ground. You saw. And yet, but somebody chose.
I'm the one that picked him up and put him on.
Right.
The stretcher.
Right. Okay, look here. What's your name again, my beautiful pastor?
Pastor Moreland, Joseph Moreland.
What church you pastor, brother?
Mount Zion Baptist Church, Brownwood, Georgia.
Thank you so much, my beautiful brother, and thank you for having the courage to stand up and say something, because as I travel South Georgia and Southeast Georgia, I find a lot of people won't talk, and I want you to know I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Peace be unto you, brother. Likewise, peace. Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press, George Boston Rhines, and as you know, I have a 500,000 views, and the 500,000 views come about because of people like you and people like this, who refuse to sit back and let valuable news just go down the drain as if though a tree falls in the forest, and then they tell us the tree never fell, and our children are sitting under the tree and we lived in the forest for so long, we know it's there. And so that's what we do. Our goal is to keep you informed. Just remember, education will save us, but ignorance will destroy us. Bye-bye, we're gone. Thank you. Today, July 15, 1:58, in Macon, Georgia, standing in front of the federal courthouse, wherein questions will be raised about the Honorable Judge Robert S. Reeves and his handling of Gordon Mayor, Marianne Whippaloo, removal from office for 60 days. Some call it a temporary restraining order, but some of us call it weakening the vote in the state of Georgia.
Yeah, we can't see how
things we're gonna go today, yeah.
Yeah, what you're gonna be able to get done.
Go, we hopefully get something done.
I hope you do.
If not,
Mr. Worthy, what are you doing here today? Tell us a little bit.
answer 2 criminal complaints I filed 2 criminal complaints against the Judge Robert Reeves and Terry Eady in federal court.
And what would you consider your title?
I'm the national president of Justice League United, and I'm the local minister of the New Black Panther.
You want me to do you want to do it separate or together? I didn't know if you wanted to do it separate, that's why I was waiting. Well, I mean, if you want to do it together, and then it'll be quicker. I'll just go first. Can I see what time it is real quick? Thanks. Alright.
Well, today is about Judge Robert Reeves and Teddy Eady, Mayor Pro Tem of Gordon, Georgia, overstepping their bounds to illegally remove an elected official. More than, to be more specific, violation of U.S. Title 18, Section 241, which is conspiracy against one's rights. When 2 or more persons come together to deprive you of a right that's secured by the United States Constitution is a federal offense that carries 10 years imprisonment. So often we see these judges get away with this all the time to do this. I'm not going to let this happen in this case. On June the 2nd, he issued a TRO against Mayor Marianne Whippaloo, Gordon Mayor, and denied her due process 14th Amendment right by not allowing her hearing. Her attorney was notified an hour and a half before trial that they had to be there. The second went on July 2nd, July 3rd was the same way. So I took 2 complaints for conspiracy against her rights, against Terry Eady and Judge Robert Reeves for conspiracy, basically denying her due process of law. And this is what judges got to understand these days. You got to start holding these judges accountable for what they do. There's no judge in this country higher than the Constitution. And this is where these judges are going. The Constitution is supreme in government and governing law of the land. It is supreme law of the land. No one has authority to reach that high over it, not even the President of the United States. So these little local superior court judges and state court judges do this all the time, all over the state, all over the country. I have been to Virginia, D.C., all over the place, and they all are doing the same thing because they seem to think they have absolute immunity. No one in this country has absolute immunity over the Constitution when you violate the law, especially when you sign an oath of office to support those laws and Constitution. The judge overstepped his bounds. He has, by Georgia law, he has a right to temporarily remove a mayor, to do a TRO on a mayor. But he has no authority to remove her powers as an elected official. his arms don't reach that high. As I said before, there's only 3 ways in this country to remove an elected official. That's through a recall vote by the citizens that put her in office, or through the governors to remove her, or she has been indicted for an alleged crime by the grand jury. That is the only authority. So I came to the federal courts to seek punishment for the federal crime that they violated. I haven't begun to go to state court level yet. But yesterday we went to file 63 complaints with the Judicial Qualification Commission. Unfortunately, we couldn't find the Judicial Qualification Commission. It was not at the addresses there, so we mailed these out. 63 complaints today to the Judicial Qualification Commission to immediately remove Robert Reeves from office for the crimes that he had committed against the citizens of Gordon and the mayor of Gordon. And like I said, I don't care what the judge say. I really don't care what the judge's mama say. Mayor Whipperloo is still the mayor. He overstepped his bound. The law is clear. The law says when any public official acts where they have no jurisdiction, they commit treason to this country, they shall be tried and punished.
What role is Ms. Whipperloo playing in your action today?
Well, as CEO and founder of Justice League United, I'm acting on my own. I'm in support of her. I do not have to have anyone's permission to attack injustice. This is why I'm here. I'm here to attack injustice. I don't go around getting support, but we have talked, and I'm in support of anything that her attorney does. I'm in support of her attorney. I think he's handling the case like he's supposed to, but I'm doing my job, what I was put here to do.
Are you an attorney?
No.
No?
No, sir.
A question I have is the title that you're stating that he's violating, and you're saying that, I believe in that title, summarizing it, you cannot impound on someone's rights by threatening them, injuring them, etc., etc. What do you believe the judge has done underneath that title?
Well, it's up to the judge. As you know, it's their court. They rule the way they want to rule. I'm hoping he at least take time to review everything before he make a decision. That would be the right thing to do, but if he ruling against me, then I'll take it to the next level. I'm not going to stop. I will see Judge Robert Reeves punished for the crimes he has committed.
And can you, in the press release, you state what crimes he should be punished for. Can you reiterate them?
The crimes are violation of his oath of office. That's at the state level now. The conspiracy here at the federal level. That's two different things. At the state level, treason. Violation of his oath of office and conspiracy at the state level. To deprive a person of a right. Because you got a conspiracy at the federal level, you got a conspiracy at the state level. So definitely in violation of his oath of office and treason, because he acted where he had no jurisdiction.
And I understand you're trying to charge Terry Edie as well?
Yes, because when 2 or more people come together, the law says when 2 or more people come together to deprive a person of a right that's secured by the United States Constitution, is a federal offense that carries 10 years in prison.
How do you know that Terry Edie has came together?
He is the one that initiated everything. His name is on all the paperwork. And I've discovered there's others on the paperwork, so it might be some more criminal complaints coming.
A quick question, just so I understand completely. The title that you're talking about, can you repeat the title again?
U.S. Title 18, Section 241.
And in that title it states to not take away a person's rights. What right did they take away?
With due process. They didn't. On June 2nd, they denied the June 2nd at the first TRO hearing. He did not allow the attorney enough time to come to court. An hour and a half before court, he initiated a hearing without having them there. Due process. You can't try anyone with them not being in the hearing in their court case.
What's up today, brother?
Oh, good. How's everything going with you?
What's going on here today?
Hope is to be a blessed one today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I enjoyed those comments earlier that you gave at one of the rallies. What brings you here today?
In support of having the judge, I feel that he made a decision he shouldn't have made, so he should be recommended. So I'm in support of having that done because you're supposed to give every individual their fair share to prove themselves innocent. You know, but the way the judge looked like he getting people guilty before they even had a trial to say they're innocent.
Yes, sir. And how long did it take him? Because was you at that hearing?
No,
you wasn't
I wasn't at it.
Okay.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, any closing remarks you would like to give?
More than anything is just we hope that everyone will just keep an open mind and see how this is going to fare out, because the mayor has all rights. She was elected by the citizens, and she has a right to, you know, serve her term. And more than anything, though, I like to give thanks to you for getting the word out, because a lot of men don't take the time and do the sacrifices that you do. But I want you to know that you appreciate it on my part, and the supporters that we have. We just like to thank you and let you know that we love you, and keep doing what you're doing, because we as black people should know that we have somebody out here that will fight for us.
Thank you very much. And once again, what's your name again?
Elijah Simmons.
Thank you, my brother. Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press. I'm going in, but right now I got to go to the car, drop this camera off. As you know, this is a federal building. Bye-bye, we're gone.
To the City Hall.
Who's the judge?
The same one that's always been, Mr. Judge Reeves.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to go and get my things from there. Remove everything.
No, ma'am.
Can I go back in the City Hall?
She can go back in the City Hall as a citizen, not as a mayor.
Oh, so
you cannot. You can go to the city council meeting, but not as a mayor.
So oh, that's what I'm saying.
This is what this is all about.
This is the Ghetto Free Press, and we just understand that undoubtedly they saying she can not go back as mayor.
Hello, how you doing?
It seems as if though what they've been doing in Meigs is now applicable here in Gordon. They say she can go to City Hall, but not as mayor this evening. And they waited until right before the meeting tonight.
At 4:25 today.
Okay.
The Terry Edie, Freddie Dennis, Amanda Bates, and
You call your attorney?
No, I'm going to
Call him.
right
Before you sign it, call your attorney. Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press. Strange things happening in the state of Georgia. This is why I asked Governor Deal, Sam Olsen, and others to step in. Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press. I just happen to be here in Gordon at this time. This is the same thing that's happening in Meigs, Georgia. We have to understand that the Meigs mayor has been arrested twice. She has received 2 criminal trespass warnings. Each one of her sons, her brothers, Edward, I think have received 2 trespass warnings. Also, Calvin has received 2. The mayor was kicked out of her office. Then they gave her another office. Then they locked the door to that office in Meigs, and she could not get in. You know, I've been saying what I've been saying for a long time. Georgia has some strange laws, and we had better get on top of this. All this is nothing more than to circumvent the voting process in the state of Georgia. Now, if you go back and Google and research Equipment 10+2, what has happened in Meigs, Georgia, Gordon, Georgia, Davisboro, Georgia, Warrenton, Georgia, Dawson, Georgia, and others that I have been notified of, there is something seriously wrong here. And I can't understand why the Justice Department under Eric Holder, along with the Civil Rights Division, I cannot understand why they keep circumventing the voting process in the state of Georgia. I'm going to say it again. Is there anybody in Georgia or in the United States Justice Department that are really concerned about voting rights here in the United States of America? This is the Ghetto Free Press. We do what we do because I served this nation for over 21 years. And I don't think this is the America that many of our active duty, disabled veteran, retired veteran, and common American citizens are happy with. Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press.
All right, so the judge dismissed the case. Now what?
Once he signed it, well, I expected this. I really expected him not to rule on that. I don't think they're going to rule against the judge, no way. Once the judge signed the case number to the thing, he said he'll sign the case, and once he signed it, I'll take it to the next level. I'm not going to stop. I'll take it over to the U.S. Supreme Court if I have to. I understand his arguments about in the name of the United States court, but that's their form they came up with. That's the form that they got for us to use, then they need to change the form.
And he advised that you talk to the U.S. Attorney. Do you plan to do that?
I'll file a complaint with the U.S. Attorney's Office and the FBI, the local FBI. I'll file that with them, but I'm still going to take it to the next level because they're not going to do nothing no way. You know, in our society, if we can just violate laws because we're a public official, no matter how high or low, then there can never be true justice in our society, and then we will all be a loss. A lot of people like to talk about a race thing, a white thing, a black thing, but it's not about that because my mother's white, my father's black. I care nothing about what a man's color or woman's color is. I care about injustice and making sure people be punished for the injustice, especially public officials.
When are you going to contact the U.S. Attorney's Office and the FBI?
I'll do a press release on it and get it to y'all. I got to wait. I don't know. It depends on how quick the judge signs the case number. Once you sign the case number, so they'll have something to reference to, then I'll move it to the next level.
You expected this decision. Why did you take it to court?
Man, they let them know I'm not playing. I'm not going to. I always expect the unexpected, put it that way. I learned in this business, always expect the unexpected. I've read case laws that support what I'm doing, and he has some case laws that support that I can't do. But the supreme law of the land says I can do it. So your law, your procedure means nothing when it comes to the Constitution. It is governed in supreme law of the land, and it says any citizen have a right to take out a complaint.
Do you think the judge was fair?
Oh yeah, I think he was fair. He was he's very honorable. More than likely, he was not arrogant like most judges is. You've probably seen Robert Reeves on stand. You can see the arrogance in a judge, but he had no arrogance. He showed no emotions whatsoever. He just came out and did his job and went on.
Can you just reiterate why he dismissed the case?
Well, he said, in the name of the United States, no private citizen have a right to take out a criminal complaint. But those forms are what you give us to take out. If a private citizen doesn't have a right to take out a criminal complaint in the name of the United States, then change the form and put the citizen instead of the United States. Even in Georgia, in Georgia courts, when you take out a warrant in magistrate court, it says the state of Georgia. It does not say a citizen. It says the state of Georgia. So it all works the same. It's just the judge. It's his court. He ruled like he would. I mean, I respect this ruling, but I'm not going to accept it. I'm going to take it to the next level.
How do you feel about using taxpayers' dollars to have a case like this and then just have it dismissed like that? I mean, you don't feel bad because you use taxpayers' money to do this? Why didn't he just shut you down and tell you that you couldn't do it prior to coming to court and using taxpayers' dollars?
To make a point. More than likely, that's probably what he did to make a point that I can't do this, and that's what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with him using taxpayer dollars if it's for the right thing. I think this was for a right reason, but he could have shut it down at the beginning before he even did all this. So.
Okay, isn't there other cases that the federal shoot down these type of cases before they get there? Isn't that part of the routine? I know it's up to his discretion. Yes. It seems kind of weird.
Well, the day I filed it, the very next day he set up a hearing. He called me the very next morning with a clerk report and said the judge scheduled you for a hearing on the 15th. Why the judge wanted to hear this case, I don't know. That's his decision. Maybe he wanted the people to know, because he probably thought the press was probably going to be here. Maybe he wanted the people to know that, hey, you can't do it this way. I don't know. That's on him. But I said I can do it this way. I mean, because if I did anything wrong, they'd have never heard it in the first place.
Did I understand you correctly in saying that you don't have a lot of faith, that you're going to say something to the FBI and to the U.S. Attorney's
Yes,
Office,
I
but
will
you don't
be.
really have
I will do what the judge said. I mean, in format, he set out the format for me to redo. I mean, and that's fine with me. So, and I don't mind doing it that way, long as the alternate goal I achieve to the next level. So now the next one is the state court. Like I said, we're waiting to hear from the Judicial Qualifications Commission to immediately have Judge Reeves removed from office. They should get those complaints in a few days.
And you mailed those?
We mailed them because we went up there and we could not find the Judicial Qualifications Commission. For some reason, it doesn't exist. I sent y'all the pictures of the building they said it was in. Did y'all get it?
Did you knock on the door there?
No, we went in the office. Go to Boston G.B.R. and hit some website. Write this down, Boston G.B.R. and you can see the video that we cut at the building. And I talked to the Chief Judge Pryor. Chief Judge Pryor told me, said it's behind the bank, the SunTrust Bank in Madison, Georgia, in the back of the building. We went to the back of the building. There's no sign that the Judicial Qualification Commission was ever there or existed. We went inside the building. We recorded all the names on the doors. We recorded on the back. You would think a constitutional agency would have an office. That the Judicial Qualification Commission is a constitutional office. And you would think they would have an office that a citizen, an open government can walk in and file complaints.
How many people did you have with you here today?
By 8.
From what groups?
From NAN, Concerned Citizens, and me, of course.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
I'll send y'all the press release and everything, the next level, and a copy of it.
When she came in, she took a picture. She went out to go get her.
And let me tell you what they told me.
Okay, the girl, I said,
Excuse me, what were you telling me just a minute ago?
Upon walking in the courtroom, the newspaper, Wilkinson County News.
Are they out here now?
They're out there now, and they're taking pictures of my car. And when I was walking on the step, they had asked her not to take pictures, but she was on the courtroom step. They had told her not to come in the courtroom.
You trying to lay over here?
Yes, the one right there.
Okay.
And now she's taking, I can't remember her name, Candace or whatever, but she's taking pictures of my car. And she said something, an outburst to me. When I told her, she told me, bitch, I'm on property. I can take a picture of you, public property. And she also called me a criminal. And Miss can attest to that. She called me a criminal. Asked me, was she hanging around with a criminal?
Excuse me, who can witness that?
Miss, what's her name? Della.
Excuse me.
Miss Della.
Okay.
What her name? A NAN member, Miss Della.
Okay. Thank
she
you.
can attest to that.
Thank you very much.
So,
do you think this is a result of the mayor's situation?
Yes, it is.
Do you think that the tensions have arisen that much until people would do that and violate your right to exist as a human being in Georgia?
Yes, it is.
So this thing, go ahead.
Even yesterday, they came about my place of business, taking pictures. I mean, they don't know what I was doing. I could have had a luncheon with my sister or whatever, but they out there taking pictures. I mean, they're going beyond the call to duty. To take a picture of my car, that's insane.
Right.
Miss Della, what did she tell you when I went?
Talking about you. Talking about she knew you and that you was a criminal and all like this. I said, no, don't take the picture of her. No, this is a public place and she can take the picture. I said, no, she going to get her ID and go on in, let her go on in now. Like that, but she the one who said some accusation, then you made the statement, I'm going on in. And she was talking about, well, that's a threat.
But once again, what is her name?
I think her name is Candace Morrow. I think. She's worked for the Wilkinson County Post.
Now, she worked for the Wilkinson County Post. Now, some people have been talking, and I have heard some stuff about that. I've been hearing some stuff talk about that it not being fair. So do you think that this adds to the unfairness and a possible violation of your rights?
Yes, of my civil rights. And I don't appreciate that. You know, whether she's in the public or not, but they asked her, plain as they don't take pictures on this courtroom step.
That's right.
And she was on the courtroom step. The steps are a part of the courtroom. And she still took pictures.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You actually witnessed. You witnessed. What's your name?
Sister Della Golden, Macon, Georgia.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Right here up on the steps. And you can see all of this right here. I couldn't even video it myself because I was trying to tell this stuff.
So other words, if you had not been cool, calm, and collective, this could have really elevated, could it not?
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Thank you very much, and we will publish this, and we hope that somebody will address this issue. Thank you so much.
Well, I wasn't gone.
Thank you. Okay. What's your name?
My name is Christy Ward.
And what do you have to say there?
I would like to say that at the last council meeting held in Gordon, the media press, Judy Bailey, and I don't think I remember the other girl's name, but I think it was Mara, and she's with the Wilkinson County Post. Well, me and my cousin stayed behind to hear what they had to say. She was giving an interview of a lady who works at the local Family Dollar there. And she said that the lady who was being interviewed made some statements, and she was saying that we shouldn't have been on city property the Thursday that my mother was to pick up the keys, Mayor Lou. And she also said that the city hall was closed, and it was signs posted stating that the city hall was closed. Well, indeed, city hall was not closed. There were no signs posted. And yes, there were supporters of the mayor there. But just to push forward to the council meeting, they were interviewing the lady, and another lady made a comment in earshot of the two reporters. And they said nothing, and the statement was, such and such, did you bring the sheets? And I said, wow. I said, wow, do you hear that? And I told Freddie Densley, I said, do you hear that? These are your people, the people that you want.
So you saying Freddie Densley heard that?
Freddie Densley, I'm not sure if he heard it because he was a distance away.
But you did.
But I yelled to him, this is what you got. See what you want. This is what you got. But the reporters failed to report what they heard in the newspaper, in the media. They were there and they heard the racist comment. What other sheets were they mentioning, referring to? There was no bed out there to be made. So when you mention sheets, naturally a black person would assume, KKK. So my thing of it is, Judy Bailey, you call yourself a woman of the press, a reporter. Why didn't you report that? Why are you being so biased on one side? And the Morrow girl, whoever you may be, same thing. I would expect more. I would expect more from our press, from the media. Tell both sides of the story and get it right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I would like to tell America to take off the blinders. I would like to tell Governor Deal and any of the people up there that we elected, they need to take the blinders off and come and see what's going on in their communities. Enough is enough, and that's it. We're not taking it anymore. We're not going to take us in there.
Yes, I will be. I will do what the judge said. I mean, in format, he set out the format for me to redo. I mean, and that's fine with me. So, and I don't mind doing it that way, long as the alternate goes like she to the next level. So now the next one is the state court. Like I said, we're waiting to hear from the Judicial Qualification Commission to immediately have Judge Reeves removed from office. They should get those complaints in a few days. We mailed them because we went up there and we could not find the Judicial Qualification Commission. For some reason, it doesn't exist. I sent y'all the pictures of the building they said was in. Did y'all get it?
Did you knock on the door there?
Yeah, we went in the office. Go to Boston G.B.R. and hit some website. Write this down, Boston G.B.R. and you can see the video that we cut at the building. And I talked to the chief judge prior. Chief Judge Pryor told me, said it's behind the bank, the SunTrust Bank in Madison, Georgia, in the back of the building. We went to the back of the building. There's no sign that the Judicial Qualification Commission was ever there or existed. We went inside the building. We recorded all the names on the doors. We recorded on the back. You would think a constitutional agency would have an office. That the Judicial Qualification Commission is a constitutional office. And you would think they would have an office that a citizen, an open government can walk in and file complaints.
About how many people have you had with you here today?
About 8.
From what groups?